Hello everyone, my name is Zachariah Omar. Welcome to our Bujinkan Budo Taijutsu channel. I am broadcasting from Chile, South America, region of Los Rios. This is the first video of a series of videos I would like to make about basic concepts of Bujinkan Budo Taijutsu, techniques, even though most of my knowledge comes from my teachers. I will also be explaining here many concepts which come from my own studies, my own knowledge, and my own experience. Um, this video in particular is focused on a basic technique and also a basic concept of our art, which is the Fudoken, which is the basic and very important way of punching in Bujinkan. So let's check it out. First, we stand in a basic stance, which is called Ichimonji no Kamae, which we will talk about in a future video, God willing. We stand with our feet more or less waist, the distance of our shoulders, a bit more. We stretch our hand in front, we align the shoulders, and we cover our face here. The arm is not completely straight, of course, as in any combat posture, it is a bit bent. Okay, and from this position, depending on which of the traditional schools, feet would be aligned or separated, and the waist would be centered instead of here that is aligned with all the rest of the body. Why we punch like this? Many reasons. The most basic of all is to get our partner to study, to learn how to move, to get away from the line of attack. So if I'm in this line and I throw a punch, the first lesson a beginner in Bujinkan will learn is to get away from this line, which also comes from the idea of the sword. So if I'm in a sword stance and I cut you, you have to get away from this center line, because if you don't, you will be cut. Let's go back to the Fudoken. First and most basic way to throwing this punch is, as you may see in other videos and tutorials and whatever, is to throw your weight to the front leg, and then take a step, twist your body, and deliver the hit. One more time. You pull your weight forward, you step, twist, punch. So let us see if I do what is usual in Bujinkan. I throw the punch, and after the punch follows the rest of the body. This is the basic way of punching, which we'll see in any video. Or body first, then the hand. Okay? We could be standing like this, or we could be standing like this, and you can still throw a Fudoken. Okay? So I can throw it from the traditional posture. I can throw it from a natural posture, advancing, or I can do it giving a back step. Okay? Why does this work? First of all, when we punch, we do not maintain our shoulders, our chest facing the adversary, the uke, the person who is receiving our technique. Start like this, or whichever way we start, we twist the whole body. And once we hit, we align the whole body. All of it. From my shoulder, my knees, to my arm, to my fist. My foot, my front foot also faces the enemy. Okay? Again, where's the strength? The back foot is operating with a basic engineering concept, we could the name right now. I will add it after the video if I find it in English. But this back leg is giving it all the strength of the earth. No energy will be lost once this hand strikes. So let's explain one more time the biomechanics behind the Fudoken. When this punch is executed, all the energy goes into the target without the possibility of any recoil. The front leg receives the weight. The back leg receives or is giving the rest of the body structural resistance or structural stability. So none of the energy can come back because this leg stops it. More or less between the back leg and the punch, there is a diagonal which comes from the ground. So whatever is hit by the punch receives the full force of the earth plus the alignment of the body. Maybe I can hit this. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I will hit this back. Here's the wall. This is a punching bag. Okay, I am here. I will try to hit it from the other direction. I hope you can notice what's happening. And one more time for the video. As long as I stand, no energy bounces back. I can start from here. No energy bounces back to my body, always absorbed by the punching bag. Okay? Because this leg will redirect all the energy back into the ground, if this has any sense. Also, there's another way to test this. The Bruce Lee 1-inch punch explains perfectly how the Fudoken works. I can stand here. I disalign my body. I'm here disaligned. This is disaligned, not aligned. When I hit, I will align all of my body. So I am here. So I am here. Even closer. A complete contact. One more thing. I've been told that our way of punching leaves us unbalanced. And this is mainly because of how the practitioners execute the technique. Many people you will see hitting like this and being like this. Of course, they're only in 1 foot. And if you're in only 1 foot, you're unbalanced. And if you're imbalanced, you will be very susceptible to being hit, kicked, thrown, controlled, whatever. If you're in 1 foot, you're dead. So, if you're in 1 foot, you're dead. But sadly, we're always in 1 foot, except when we're here. Whenever we hit, we're in 1 foot. Whatever be the style you practice, you're always being in 1 foot. When you walk, you're in 1 foot. Okay? So, well, this can be susceptible to discussion, but let's agree upon that whenever you give a step, you will be at least half the time with 1 foot. So this is also the case with the punch, but it is supposed to, after you hit, you're supposed to be in both feet, so you will not be moved. You hit, you're in 1 foot, you're in both feet again. And you should control your center. When you hit, control your center. Even if you are even if you have transferred your body weight into the front, I'm still in both feet. I'm balanced. Yes, when you do this very hard and very fast, yeah, you tend to lose balance. But that is something you have to work with. Beginners will lose balance a lot, but they have to work on their kamae, their posture, and regain their own balance. Of course, if you're here, yeah, your balance is off. Balance is off. balance is off. So you have to practice to give a proper punch. Balanced. Unbalanced. Okay. Also, another very important thing to explain, which many people get wrong about our art. Bujinkan uses many weapons, especially sword and blade type weapons. This is because the roots of the art are traditional and very old. Even though we try to adapt our art in a way that is useful today to modern situations, to a modern context, we still use very old principles. One of them is why every fist technique has the word ken, which in Japanese means blade or sword. So many people understand, like in Aikido, when people hit, they hit with their hand open, emulating a sword. Now I had a conversation with a friend that told me that this is not a good idea because your hand does not behave like a sword. Well, indeed, unless take a sword. So why are Fudoken is like this? We stand this way with the sword stands, and when we hit, we advanced in this method. We put all of our body weight into the thrust. Okay. The other side. Okay. Now, I shall say this from the beginning. My technique may be criticized. Many people do things in many different ways. My only goal is to explain techniques, concepts, and principles as I understand them, so they might be useful for your own study, be it in another Bujinkan Taijutsu dojo or in any other martial arts. If you do not agree with the way I execute a certain technique, don't do it. Okay, it's as simple as that. And if you do, great, you can use it. This is all in books and practice. I am not an expert in sword techniques, not now, and I don't know if I will ever be. I try to specialize in empty hand taijutsu, empty hand combat. But still, it is important for this video to explain why the Fudoken is thought like this. Also, to penetrate a samurai armor, you cannot do this. Using the knife in this way, you will not be able to do true damage to a samurai on full armor with strikes or thrusts like this. Like in a modern fight, we could do a lot of damage. We could even kill someone just with one movement. So the Fudoken also emulates a thrust with a knife or a short blade. Okay, so a Fudoken is used as an empty fist or a bladed fist, if that makes any sense to say it in this way. You can also use the Fudoken as a technique of unbalancing. So you're here and you advance. You just bend a bit your back or however you prefer, and you can use kusushi or kusushi, which is nothing but unbalancing the target. Even from very close, you transfer your weight, you make contact, and you advance with the rest of your body. Okay, so our way of punching is not only a fist technique, it is a body technique. Like all ways of hitting, duck and tie, using our body to hit. Okay, so in the end, in Bujinkan concepts, a weapon more or less is a tool to learn. Yes, you can use these tools also in combat. You can use a sword if you can carry it on the street. You can use any type of blade you want to improve or to give you better chances in a real fight. To train and understand how the weapon works to be able to defend from it. But you do not have to learn it as a separate technique. Just put in your hand a weapon and you use it. Any weapon. Okay. I hope my explanations have been clear enough. I hope it has been useful. There are so many things that could be said about one individual technique, depending on the understanding of the context, the understanding of its uses, its applications, and also the proper understanding comes from the person who asks, why do you do this? Why do you do that? And according to a few questions from a friend, I have done this video to explain. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please subscribe. Also, you can add us on Facebook, which should appear here, our Facebook page. All feedback is welcome as long as it is done with respect. That is all I ask, because all opinions are valid, because I am only one human being, and all the information you can give me will make me much better than I am right now. That's it for today. Thank you for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's it. See you next time.